guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news. First of all, of course, I just want to give my reaction to the amazing spectacle. It surpassed everything that I was hoping for, I think. I'm still a little bit skeptical about a few things, but it was mind-blowingly awesome. I just, like everybody else out there, this looks like one of the best Zelda games ever made. I cannot wait to play it. I'm anxious for playing this game. The tiny things that I'm slightly skeptical about are the fact that it seems so desolate. That should be fine, but I'm just a little worried that there's no singular narrative that forces you down like a path. Like, it just seems like you wake up and you wander aimlessly and do whatever the heck you want, which I know to a lot of people sounds like a lot of fun, but to me, I like a purpose. I like a quest, a specific thing that I'm supposed to do in a video game. So, I've never been a fan of open world games. This one will make me a fan of open world games, possibly. Maybe after I play Breath of the Wild, then I'll finally be interested in playing Skyrim or something, but in any case, that's just my perspective. It looks completely beautiful. The gameplay looks fantastic. I'm a little iffy about how technologically advanced some of it seems, but that's okay. It's time for a change, I suppose. But anyways, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about some other things that we learned, which is, well, first of all, this game was the most talked about thing during E3. There were some statistics that came forward, like it was the most tweeted thing that came out of E3. It was the most, they looked at all kinds of different social media things, and it was the most talked about in general. So that's amazing. IGN gave it their game of E3, like the best game of E3 award or whatever. So everybody is on board for loving Breath of the Wild, and that's fantastic. That's going to help create a larger fan base, which is always nice because that means more games for us if there's more people playing them. So anyways, that's going to be fantastic. We also got confirmation that Breath of the Wild on the Wii U will be the same experience on the NX, that there's no big dramatic change between the two. Some people are saying, yeah, but maybe the graphics will be better, but negligible in my opinion. Nintendo's not likely going to completely revamp the graphics for another release on the NX. It's probably going to be exactly the same. So in any case, it's good to know because a lot of people were worried, like, well, are they going to force us to buy an NX immediately by having a much better version on the NX than on the Wii U? And the answer is no. It's going to be the same exact experience. Mr. AONUMA also talked about the fact that, yes, female Link was a thing that was discussed by Zelda team. It was debated. Eventually, they ended up deciding some interesting things, which is that Link is always male, so if there's going to be a female protagonist, that why can't it be Zelda? But then it can't be Zelda because she's usually involved in other aspects of the story, like being captured and needing to be rescued and things like that. So they could just do a Zelda spin-off game of her own, but that they didn't want to do a female Link because Link has always been male. And then another thing Mr. AONUMA clarified is that, you know, originally when they were talking about developing a Zelda game for the Wii U, they kept talking over and over and over again about how cool it is to have that tablet in your hand, the Wii U GamePad, and then have a map on there, so that way you can glance down at the map and it's just always there ready for you to look at. But that this time around, he decided it's very distracting to have anything going on the screen of the gamepad except for the game itself. He felt like it's akin to having a smartphone while you're driving and trying to do things on your phone, like you're going to get into a serious accident. So he felt like the same is true for Breath of the Wild, where it's pointless to have stuff going on the screen that's different from what's going on the regular screen, because there's a disconnect there. You're glancing back and forth, you're going to miss things. So he's eliminated all of that. And so because of that, of course, it will be Pro Controller usable. You'll be able to play with a Pro Controller, and actually I think that's might be the route I go. I think I'd rather just play with a Pro Controller than on the GamePad. So that is very interesting, because I feel like that also hints to the possibility that the NX might not have a second screen. If it sounds like Nintendo's backpedaling on the idea of having this whole second screen thing, so we'll have to see how that turns out. And then our final tidbit of information for today is that Mr. AONUMA explained that Link is right-handed in this game because the buttons to press to attack are on the right side of the controller. They've always been on the right side of the controller, and Link has always been left-handed. There's no disconnect between pushing a button with your right hand. It's not like with the Wiimotes for Skyward Sword when you're swinging that thing around, and if you're swinging it with your right hand but Link is swinging it with his left hand, that would be weird. Like, it wouldn't make any sense. You couldn't angle things properly, but you're just pressing a button, so that's bizarre logic. I really wish I could argue that with him, that Link should still be left-handed, but oh well. Anyways, that is it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys in a few days, or a couple days, for more news. Bye, guys!